Good morning and welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I'm your host, Management. This morning, I want to give you my take on the recent calls for the resignation of the president of the JFF, Mr. Michael Ricketts. Maybe in some quarters, it is the right time and it is the right thing to do. Whether or not you agree or disagree, I want to share with you my thoughts. And I want to drag our memories to where this all started. Because this is not something new. This has been an ongoing problem in our football. And I think if he opts to resign, then my suggestion is that FIFA takes over Jamaica's football and remove everyone in every parish who is presently connected to it. Let me say it again. If he opts to resign based on the recent cause, my thoughts are, my opinion, you may not agree, is that FIFA steps in, take over to the detriment of our football, at least for 4 or so years, miss a World Cup, and remove every person in every parish connected to it. Why? Why would I take such drastic measures? There are 13 parish associations. 13. So that's a minimum of 5 members. Minimum 5 members. Kasafa has 27. So if you do the calculations, well, 10. So let's put it at 10. You have approximately 100 and around 49 persons who actually directly or indirectly decide who becomes the president. What do I mean by that? That the votes in the parishes come through the affiliates of the parish who votes for the president of the parish. The president of the parish, in a meeting with his the leadership committee, his administration, decides without the affiliates who they are going to represent at the JFF. So CASAFA meets with, say, 20 board members and they decide who they're going to vote for. So they don't generally go to all the teams and have a consensus on that. Same thing in St. Anne and in the other parishes. So if it is that according to what the utterances of recent times, the president is quote unquote, according to them, inept, incompetent, have low IQ, all right, these are the words. What does that say about the people who voted or were not able to beat the president in an election? If someone who, according to their very utterance, is incompetent, inept, unintelligent, low IQ, have no sense at all, cannot lead, all right? If this person were able to, one, win over your vote or defeat you in an election, what does that say about your own ability? It says to me, as an outsider looking in, that there's no way I'd want any single one of you to be close to the football. In other words, every single one of you who is a parish president are connected to the board of any parish. So like Kasafa, all 27 of you need to resign. In St. Anne, every person, including the president, St. Mary, everyone. Because, one, it would be your own mistake why you elected this person. And it is your own incompetence if this person were able to defeat you based on how you describe him. It would be like me losing an election to an insane man. What does that say about me as a person and as a leader? position number one that I want us to understand. If he resigns, then FIFA needs to step in, because the competence level of all the persons associated with football is very, 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 very questionable. This is ongoing. We had no improvement in infrastructure, quality of play, World Cup qualifications under the leadership of Tony James. Neither did we have it for any long, consistent period of time under Captain Burrell. We had the 1998 World Cup team, 217 team, and after that, the under 20 team. After that, everything died out. And that was at the expense of football infrastructure. And we know the kind of corruption that our nation was labeled in. Let's not forget. Remember that after his first thing, that there was one Creston Boxill who came in. You remember how he came out? Go and check the records. Who were some of the people who re-voted for the captain to unceremoniously remove Creston Boxill? We are reaping what we have sown. The disloyalty, the disunity that we sowed. We sabotaged one president. So many people sabotaged him so that one president could come back into power. That president passed. And this president came on. And again, a lot of sabotage has happened. So we must trust the people who sabotage leadership so that they can be in power to lead us. We need a check. We need to look in the mirror. Because this thing called football no longer benefits the guys playing scrimmage, no longer benefits from sports ground, no longer benefits the people in deep rural Hanover and St. Elizabeth. It no longer benefits them. Disenfranchised. And we must trust you. We must trust the people who say, you will not get any sponsorship, but if we are in charge, we can get sponsors to come on. Really? Is there political motivation for some of these things? You think Jamaica lost to the USA? Really? Or drew in the national stadium because of the incompetence, how inept the leader is? We need to ask ourselves what we really want. And instead of coming together and trying to work to fix the problem, we're causing chaos. People, don't be bewitched. We are on a path to destroy our football because the ego of men wants power and power alone. They all have their personal agendas because the evidence is showing. The evidence shows that we don't see no one making any waves in football in Jamaica, doing things administratively for the benefit of all. The moves that are being made for clubs and persons in particular clubs and particular parishes, not for the whole of Jamaica. That continues to be our problem. We don't look out for the benefit of others. We look first for what benefits us. That's the problem with our football. So whether the president stays or not really my concern. Here's what I think. If you are competent and you are better, you don't have to ask for a resignation. You should easily beat an incompetent person, an inept person. Whether you come in right now or November when the next elections are due constitutionally, here is what. It don't change the price of rice. We ain't going nowhere with any one of you anyways. So it should be easy victory come election time. Based on how incompetent and inept this president is, a donkey could win the next election. An ass could win the next election. A jackass could win the next election. So why not just allow no sponsors to come in? You say it. So what happened between now and the next election? There's going to be continuous and continual failure. And then you just win. What's the haste in changing leadership? Who does it benefit? Ain't nothing going to change. The male team ain't going to no World Cup. From sport ground won't change no matter who comes in. Addison Park won't be fixed. We won't build any more academy between now and then. We're not going to produce 1 million better footballers that can go on the world stage between now and then. So what's the big haste? You are competent. You are not inept. You have high IQ. You have greater intelligence. You're a great leader. So why not wait until the elections and go up as a candidate? Obviously, you don't even have to campaign. You don't even need a mandate because you're going up against an inept and incompetent person. All you need to do is to just show up. Because obviously, no one would vote for an inept president, an incompetent president. So you could get the cat from your yard and put that cat in a suit and they should win the election. Isn't that how it's supposed to be? Because our parish presidents are going to always vote for the best leader. Isn't that how our political process is? We pick out the person who is the absolute best leader. We pick out the person with the highest moral value and ethical values. Isn't that how we operate in Jamaica? Don't we select the person who is the least corrupt of all? Don't we select, we put aside affiliations and party associations and emotions and we make wise, logical decisions? Isn't that how Jamaica normally is? So why are we worried? We shouldn't be worried. We shouldn't be asking for resignation. Because when it comes to voting for people, we always make the best choices. Because what we look for is competence, character, integrity, ability to lead, charisma. That's what we look for when we are voting. Don't you see all our members of parliament? They have all of those traits. Don't you see all the parish administrators in Jamaica? They have all of those traits. The general secretaries and the PRO officers. That's how we select people in Jamaica. Isn't that our common practice? So what are we worried about? Remember, you are calling for resignation. You always select based on those things. You don't select based on friendship lines. No, you don't do that. You all know that if the best person is a Jamaican born in England and they run, you know that you would vote for them, don't you? So what are you worried about? For example, if Wes Morgan decides that he wants to be president of the JFF, he's more competent. Of course you're going to vote for him, don't you? You will, because he's a better leader. Isn't that what you do? If Altiman Butler or some of the other players, Ricardo Gardner says, okay, you want a good leader, here I am. Of course you're going to vote for him. Isn't that what you normally do? You vote for the best leader, the one with the best moral character, the one with all of these things. Isn't that what we have been doing in our football? Can't you see the pattern? Look at all the leaders. Isn't that what we did when we selected them? Right across Jamaica, when we selected Captain Burrell, he was the best leader right across Jamaica to run football. Same thing with Tony James. Same thing with Creston Boxill. Same thing with Mike Ricketts. You look in Senton. The best person is Danny Beckford. Everton Tomlinson, Westmoreland. Gregory Daly, Malcolm. Let's call out the parish president. Jamaica, isn't that what we do? We always vote on non-partisan lines. When we vote, we look for character. We look for integrity. Person with high moral value and ethical values. Great leadership. We look for people with high IQ. People who care for people. That's how we vote. So if that's how we vote, just wait until the next election. Because it will be very easy by election to remove his present president. Because based on your description of him, the worst of any one of you who are left sounds to me, based on your utterances, that all of you are better than him. It's kind of funny that you all chose, in your own words, the worst one of all of you to be the leader of all of you, but you expect us, the people, to believe all of you. Thank you so much for watching. I am Manning's Man. This is I Am Sure Sports. Call me. Tell me what you think. Cuss me out. It's just my opinion. Beat me. It's just my opinion. Until we vote right, we will always have wrong leaders. And it is not a football issue. Check cricket. Check track and field. Check politics. Check chairpersons for boards. Check principals at school. Check in the security forces. We have a habit of voting wrong, then asking for resignation. So is it that we need better vote or more resignation? Ponder these things. Ponder these things with me. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. I'm Manning's Man. Thank you to every single one of you. We're nearing 3,000. I'm so excited. Just as you are. 3,000 subscribers. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. Have a great day. Until we meet